afternoon. Here's your tarot for the collective. I pulled 3 cards from the Druid Craft Tarot deck. We have the lovely Moon card, the Rebirth card, which is also known as the Judgment card in the typical Rider-Waite tarot system, and the Prince of Pentacles, which would be the Page of Pentacles. So, first off, right away, I feel like the central energy of this Judgment card, it really is just, this is the energy of the reading today. And we have the Moon card to show us, and this Prince of Pentacles, that this is directly connected to something that occurred during the most recent Capricorn full moon. And I feel like this started something here. This began here. The seeds of this began here, and we're moving forward from here. So, I'd like to talk about the Moon card first. In this deck, it's absolutely beautiful because we can see this. It's these beautiful gates here, these beautiful gates that are very prominent, and to me, they, because we have this Prince of Pentacles and it speaks to me of the Capricorn moon, I like how they kind of look like little mountains there, but absolutely beautiful. And it's like, if you can walk through the gates of that fear, this fear energy that you have, you'll arrive at the realm of the goddess, who will bless you with this beautiful inner vision and intuition. And fear is this powerful teacher and ally that we can learn so many lessons from. And, I feel like there's a lot of retrograde energy that is kind of bringing up these fears and, illuminating this for you so that you can learn the lessons, so that you can grow, so that you can rise and you can ascend and connect with your inner knowing through these lessons of fear. So this card is like your psychic awakening, your dreams, your deep revelation into your inner feminine mysteries. It's like the High Priestess is here, and she wants to give you those keys, but you have to get through that fear first. You have to learn those lessons by facing those fears and continuing onwards despite those fears. So this card is saying that, with that full moon, and there was this beautiful change that occurred in you. Perhaps your imagination opened up to things. You felt this surge in creativity ever since we passed through that moon. And you may have had a difficult emotional journey going through this, leading up to it, through the eclipses, because to me those also look like those eclipse gateway portals. So you've walked through this journey, and you're continuing on this journey, and any type of loneliness or confusion, that is passing through you now, and you're reaching this natural completion. You're becoming aware of the unconscious energies as we go through Neptune in retrograde as well. I feel like these unconscious energies will be more connected to your material world. Like, you'll be able to see them and how they're affecting your everyday activity. And some of this is difficult to get through. Some of this is upsetting. Some of this is uncomfortable. This card is saying, embrace that uncomfortable. Be willing to be uncomfortable to go through this change, because I feel like a lot of people have already passed through that. You've already done the biggest transformation. You've already kind of emerged out of your chrysalis after those eclipses. And this is saying, just trust in the universe, trust in your intuition, trust in the High Priestess, and you'll be able to pass through these fears. You're starting to emerge a lot stronger now, and you're getting these beautiful visions and creative energies already surging through you just from facing that fear. And you can feel safe now. This card is saying, it's okay to feel safe now. You've started on this new journey. You're going to reach these new levels of unconscious knowing. The more you surrender to the will of the universe, the more you that Hanged Man tarot card's been coming up, the more you surrender to that that universal unconscious, like the more you know, be open to that mystery, that symbolism, those metaphors, those dreams that want to come through for you, you know. And it can feel like, it can feel intense. It can feel like you're drowning. You're faced with this uncertainty and illusion, but like, just have this trust that you'll be okay, you know, and stop struggling to see all of those things which you cannot see. Like, stop trying to work so hard. Just kind of surrender and go with that flow. And, you know, there are these things that will be illuminated from within the shadows and the murky depths. And, you know, that's kind of what Neptune retrograde is. It's like reworking and seeing things with more clarity, you know. And you're going to experience these beautiful deep releases. I feel like you've released quite a bit with the eclipses and quite a bit with that full moon. And it's like things are floating to the surface. You're seeing your truth. And it's like you've gone within. You know, you've gone within. You're being asked to just do a little bit more of that inner work, but on a more subtle level, you know, and find comfort in this beautiful space in between here. This beautiful surrender. Listen to the whispers of your intuition that you know, that are coming through for you now. And, you know, push towards that light, push towards the illumination of the moon. Like, you know, when we get into the next card, you'll see why. But it's like things are being reinvigorated. Your creativity is being resurrected. Your spark is being resurrected. It's like you just have to keep pushing past your own fears and limitations. Dive into this beautiful, healing, creative, intuitive energy, you know. Embrace it, breathe through it, and let it guide you. Because we see this the next card, the Judgment, and the Prince of Pentacles. It's like you've started this beautiful new journey already. Don't look back, you know. Don't look back. And if you are looking back, only do it just to see, you know, those lessons you've learned, just to you know, I feel like the universe is kind of validating that for you as well. Like you're kind of starting to get these beautiful synchronicities and symbols and signs that, you know, you're being validated that you've done what you needed to do. Look at this beautiful spider here. It's like she's on the Prince of Pentacles. It's like you've started to co-create. You've started to become the creatrix. You've started weaving your future, like, through those beautiful healing lessons. And it's like you're being guided. The universe is sending you signs to keep going, to keep, you know, don't look back, to keep going and work through any of those little fears that come up. Just work right through them, and just, you know, it doesn't have to be so forceful. It's just, you know, that's okay. I got this. I'm moving on. You know, it maybe you don't need to get into the whole forgiving and forgetting and all of that stuff with yourself. Just say, okay, it's okay. I've got this. I'm moving on. And you'll get that sign, that validation that you are indeed doing the right thing. So let's get into the Rebirth card. Like I said, this is also known as the Judgment card in the typical Rider-Waite system. And this is like, you've heard that call. You have heard the call. And if you didn't hear it because maybe there's still some you know, a couple of residual fear energies that you're working through, that's okay, because you will be hearing this. You're going to be awakening to this new light of a new day. You know, the moon is setting. The moon is, you know, that time is passing beyond you now, and now it's this beautiful illumination. You have, like, you entered that darkness, you know, you did that. You drank from the cup of silence, you know, you chose to go into those depths of life and those darker energies, and you've chosen life, and you emerge reborn. You know, you're following this call. You're feeling called in a new direction. This is a sense of like renewal, and like I said, we've gone through quite a bit of transformation already, and you've heard the call of your mission in life. Or this could be like the spiritual path that you've been seeking, or just simply the call of this new direction. Like with this Prince of Pentacles, perhaps it's like a new career path, a new sense of value, something that is more worthwhile to you than things that you've done before, you know? Maybe you're getting a new sense of value about yourself, you know? That moon card can say, like, you know, you feel your strength now, and you've seen by working through all these fears and these unconscious energies, and, you know, as you learn more about yourself with Neptune in retrograde, you're starting to see yourself in a new light. It's absolutely beautiful energy. So, you know, you're rebirthing into this life that is more fully your own, and it's not so directed by those unconscious energies and those fear-based energies and those shadowy energies, and that, you know, that need to control things when you're in the darkness. You know, it's just more of that nice surrender, a nice flow energy. And you could have come to a crossroads, you know. A lot of times this card says, and with that moon card too, I see those two pillars. It's like you came to a crossroads in your life, and you kind of were forced to make a decision, and that led you through that portal, that led you through that new, you know, that new space into that new direction, you know. And it's like perhaps that was, you know, just you had this self-realization, you know, that you just couldn't go the way that you were going anymore too. And this card is like, it's saying you're tapping into your own inner essence. Again, perhaps like with the moon, it's like you're tapping into your divine feminine. You're tapping into that nurturing, manifesting, giving energy, you know? And it's like you invite yourself to embrace this beautiful new essence, this beautiful feminine, this beautiful goddess within you. You're listening to your intuition. You're incorporating your spiritual intuition into your everyday life. And it's like you're inviting your soul to shine unapologetically, to be here, to be seen. You know, total transparency, a glorious unveiling. Spirit has kind of helped you through this, guided you through this spiritual awakening, and you kind of know your motivations in your heart more. Like, you know, you feel that truth in you because you've gone through that shadowy depth, that darker energy, you know. And you've let go of those shadow aspects of yourself. You know, you're not denying yourself and those around you the beautiful experience of your true nature or your essence. So this is saying too, like, don't go back to that moon card. Like, don't doubt yourself. Don't hide behind the mask. You know, don't let those shadows back in, because you've moved through them now. And, you know, the only approval that really matters is your own. You know, are you doing your best with others? Are you being kind to yourself? And shed any of those negative facades. Like, you know, it feels risky with those fear energies. Like, it feels like this is something you've never done before, and it can be scary, but it's like, it's this profound self-acceptance. It's this act of self-acceptance that helps you to release your absolute true essence. You know, your light, your shadow, your matter, your consciousness, everything. You're this beautiful miracle of rebirth. And, you know, it's like the moon is saying, like, don't keep that true nature hidden. You know, be open, understand your full potential, and don't judge yourself, and allow your heart to be your guide. You know, you're expanding and evolving. And, you know, again, I said maybe you don't have to get into that forgiveness of yourself, because maybe you've done that already. Now it's just like saying, like, I am okay. This is okay. This is beautiful. This is me. You know, accept your beautiful heart. And as you do this, you're consciously answering the call of, like, your higher self and the vastness of your horizons, and this beautiful possibility here with this beautiful hair. The hair is like saying here, like, you know, there's this great abundance here for you within this rebirth. It's abundance in all areas of your life, you know, because it's more fully your own. And like we said with the spider, like, you're co-creating, you're weaving your beautiful destiny, and you know, it's rippling out everywhere. It's absolutely beautiful energy. And last but not least, this beautiful Prince of Pentacles says, you know, you tapped into something with that Capricorn energy here. And it's like, to me, it says, like, this is it's a very realistic energy, but it's also practical, and it's also methodical, and you're improving yourself. You're starting on this beautiful new journey, and it's saying that you've been able to start on this path, I think, because you went through that moon energy and you found this beautiful balance of your light and your dark, and you came out transformed, and you fully understand yourself. So like, you're looking at everything you do from different eyes as well, and it's like you're manifesting these new opportunities for yourself because you emerged anew, beautiful new beginnings, good news. There's new career paths that are coming out of this. There's new financial opportunities. You're in this beautiful exploration stage, this beginner's mind, and very much connected with earth magic. So to me, with the moon in this card, it's like you've got this beautiful balance of as above with the moon and so below with the earth. And you're just really, one of my favorite decks, the Lightseers deck, has this beautiful mandala that the page is standing upon. And it's like this beautiful centered, grounded energy, but it's like rippling out. Like it's this beautiful sacred geometry and connection with nature, and it's absolutely beautiful. And it's like this card is saying you can be practical and realistic, but you can still run ahead to meet your beautiful dreams, those dreams that you found by going through all of those energies in the moon. And there's the spider again. So it's like you're starting to understand that manifesting beautiful essence of the creatrix and the spider that we all hold. And it's saying, like, go ahead and ground that energy right now. All this beautiful energy from the moon and this rebirth and reinvigoration and all this creativity, you can ground that down tangibly. You can get this beautiful intuitive energy from the moon and the high priestess and Neptune retrograde. You're expanding your psychic gifts, your spiritual awareness, but you can incorporate that into this beautiful practical magic, with your beautiful hopes and dreams, and pulling that energy up from the earth to bring it to form, and this beautiful progress happens, it's happening one stage at a time for you. And it's saying, like, anchor into those details while still keeping your head in those beautiful clouds to dream, and staying in that beautiful surrender of the Neptune energy and the moon energy, and like just allowing these beautiful dreams and feelings and emotions to flow through you, and there's places that you still need to fall into alignment, but it doesn't mean they aren't going to arrive. It's just like that one beautiful step forward at a time, and things are going to fall into place. You're in this perfect place to figure out how to take all that you've gone through and to rebirth yourself, and to rebirth, like, align yourself with a new form of prosperity. Perhaps you've gone from a lack matrix, those energies that you heal with that moon. You've gone from a lack matrix, and now you're in this beautiful abundance matrix with that beautiful rabbit. It's like you're stepping into a new alignment of abundance, and you're learning now from this place how to make this prosperity real for you, and this is saying be confident and be dependable, and remember that you hold this power no matter where you stand today. So maybe you're just taking that, maybe you've just gotten on that horse again, and you're not quite sure, you're still learning your value, but be confident, and new perspectives and new upgrades of consciousness and all of these things are on the way. And so, start looking towards those plans of the future. Start expediting those things now. And this is absolutely beautiful energy. And I just happened to glance at the card underneath, and what did we say? The High Priestess is here for you. She's drawing down that moon energy, and she's helping you to make these connections that, you otherwise would not have been able to make if you didn't go through these fears and open up your mind. And, she wants you to continue to be open to that, She's saying here, it's like she has her eyes closed. She's giving you the keys in that darkness. You know, she's saying, like, give yourself up to this mystery of life before her, and open to the stillness and the depths, you know, of that moon card, and the Neptune in retrograde, and like, gain this beautiful strength and wisdom. Go into those depths. Listen to your dreams. Listen to your intuition. This is your gateway here. This is your divine feminine. And, you know, don't be in the rush. Like the Prince of Pentacles is saying, don't be in a rush to move onwards. You know, balance this power of decision making and action, you know, with this beautiful reflection and depth from the moon and Neptune in retrograde, you know, and just be open to these beautiful dreams and intuitions, and, you know, don't withdraw yourself, you know, to such a degree where you're ignoring, like, you know, you're ignoring, perhaps there's messages from others, and you have these, you know, false relationships or false hopes because you're not taking the time to be still. You know, see if you can access both of those functions within you to make those connections with people, but at the same time, listen to your own inner stillness as well. You know, find that beautiful balance. And there's just such a strong energy here of you're learning so much about who you are, you know, and things are shifting, and things are changing within you. And it's affecting your outer reality as well, you know. And this Judgment card is like, this spirit is working with you, and you working with spirit. You know, it's like it's like you have the answers that you seek. And by starting to face those fears and follow the truth and go through this beautiful rebirth, it's like you're finding the truth in yourself, and you're finding those answers within yourself, you know, and you're getting these beautiful visions and serendipities like we talked about. And pay attention to those. Pay attention to those beautiful whispers and, you know, the beautiful signs, and get into that introspection and let everything flow through you now. It's absolutely beautiful. You know, you've submerged in those depths of the moon card. You've tamed both of those dogs there. Like you've decided to feed the correct wolf. You know, you fed the one that was not based on fear. You know, you fed the one that was based on truth and love and intuition and magic and hope and dreams. This is absolutely beautiful. So enjoy this energy. Get into this energy, my friends. And, you know, I can feel this energetic shift. It's absolutely gorgeous energy. Blessed be.